since the Solidarity period, there's been this real turning, this real desire to know about this Jewish past for a host of reasons. You can call it, you can even use a Freudian term, you can call it the return of the repressed. Another factor that's extremely important is the number of people who keep coming forward of Jewish background. At the end of the war, for a while there were several hundred thousand Jewish refugees and survivors here. They all left. This was not a place that was going to support a Jewish community at that time. One of the immediate effects of this experience on Poles was to intensify anti-Semitism in a horrendous way. I mean, you probably know about the pogrom in Kielce, in which survivors were murdered, and altogether between 1,500 and 2,000 Jews were killed because they were Jews in the post-war period. In that context, most of the Jews left, but there was also a large, and no one ever knew how large, there were Jews who hid, so-called, on Aryan papers during the war, who were able to melt into Polishness, into a Polish identity. After the war, they found themselves in Poland, often with a Jewish spouse, and these false papers. And in many cases, they decided to stay that way. They didn't want to come out as Jews. Now, we never knew how many. It turns out there were more than anyone ever thought. Because what you have is today, ever since '89, you get people of middle age, but even more young kids who are now in their 20s or younger, who suddenly, through family gossip or through, as a kind of awful family secret, it used to be an awful family secret, suddenly discovered that they're part Jewish. And for a number of these people, especially the kids in and around Beitenu increasingly, these are kids who want to use that part of their self-discovered identity as a way of building this new identity in this free Poland. And they're the ones who are making this thing go, and increasingly there's more of them coming forward every day. Communism kind of froze everything in Poland. And now the stuff is coming out with amazing results of various kinds. Certainly amazing to us in the West. That all this stuff should be happening, in a place that a lot of Jews until recently considered a cemetery.